Hi, I'm Shane from LJ Hooker, and today I'm joined by Chelsea from LJ Hooker Property Hub Property Management Department, and we're going to have a conversation next to this dusty phone. How you going, Chelsea?
Very good, Shane.
That's the way. So I've just got a few questions because I've found lately that every man and their dog seems to be coming out of everywhere and asking me, how do I get a rental? So I thought I'd have a quick conversation with you and just ask you a few hard-hitting questions that I've come up with. So I thought I'd just start with, what is the property market doing in terms of rentals at the moment across the coast?
So it's extremely hot right now. It is booming. Even in Christmas, we've never seen it quite like this before. So it's definitely going very good at the moment.
Yeah.
Yes.
So from what I understand, a lot of the rentals out there, when you go to apply for one, there seems to be a lot of competition. So sometimes 20 to 30 applicants.
Correct.
So another question I thought we'd start with is, how can a potential tenant make themselves stand out in a crowd of people?
Definitely. So the first thing you want to do is make sure that you have your application ready to go on all platforms. So that's mostly one form application and tenant options, which is our preferred through LJ Hooker. The best thing to do is to ensure that you have that prepared, all of your documents, so that being a proof of identification, photo ID, payslips.
So you do that before you actually go to the property?
Correct.
Okay.
So make sure that you have everything ready to go before you've even viewed.
Okay, things have changed since I last went for a rental. When I'm at the open home, a good property manager is looking at the people coming in and out of the house. What are you guys looking for, and can you decide based on the open home whether someone is the right applicant? So I guess what I've mean there is, I heard a story recently where a guy just turned up and parked pretty much across the driveway and blocked off the pathway to the house.
Yes.
And he got asked to move because everyone was having to walk through mud.
Yes.
Would that potential guy get the rental?
Look, at the end of the day, it is the owner's decision, but coming through and us looking at that as a property manager, of course that feedback is given to the landlord. Definitely a no-no to park in the driveway and have everyone walk through the mud.
Yep.
However, yes, it is ultimately the owner's decision. The feedback that we give the landlord is things such as that, as well as it can be anywhere from appearance, how many people you're coming through with. For example, if you come through with 5 people and you only apply as one applicant, we of course see you on your ID and know who you are and wonder who those other 4 people
you're
that
that bloke
come
that,
through.
you're that bloke that blocked off everyone getting into the house.
Yes,
Yeah.
and you know, things like tattoos don't really matter too much anymore. It's more so those little things that we look for, more so than just appearance. Of course, how you present yourself is also
That's fair enough. Being that there's so many people looking for rentals, are you at a massive disadvantage if you put a pet on your application?
Okay, that's a good question.
Yeah.
Again, it is up to the landlord if they accept pets or not. It's at their discretion. However, it's not to say that pets are a downfall. Some people find children as a downfall, so it is completely, it can be one end of the spectrum. So,
So it doesn't really matter whether you've got a big dog or a small dog. Should you lie about the age? Should you add 10 years onto its life and make it like it's about to die?
None of those things really make too much of a difference, we feel.
Just,
being honest is key, 100%.
Yeah, you'll end up finding out if the dog isn't the same animal that's on the application.
Everyone puts everything on Facebook and Instagram.
What mistakes do people make on applications? I know people in the past, we've had a bit of a laugh because someone's put in an application for a rental. We rang a reference and the bloke, I think it was his boss, his old boss or something, put him down. We ended up ringing and the old boss was like, I wouldn't even rent my shed in my backyard to that guy. He was rough as.
Yes.
So what mistakes do people make on their applications?
Probably, yes, the biggest mistake is people lie. People do lie on their applications. We will find out. We do actually call people. We do make those checks. So the biggest thing is lying, 100%.
If someone wants to get into property management, how do they go about it?
That's a great question.
And would you recommend it?
Property management, it is a tough gig, but it's very rewarding and every day is different if you were to get into it. First, I personally started off at the bottom and worked my way up.
Yeah.
So that's definitely the way to
And
get
now
into
she's
it.
loaded. So. So now we'll just do a speed round, so just answer these in a couple of questions. How often does LJ Hooker Property Hub do inspections on rental properties?
Routine inspections, we do them every 3 to 4 months.
Yep. And how do people pay their rent at the moment?
They pay their rent through BPAP, so
Yep.
it's an easy.
What do I do if something needs repairing?
You call your property manager. Otherwise, if it's an emergency, call the trade directly.
Beautiful. Do I need to do anything with smoke alarms?
Unless they're beeping and you need to tell your property manager, otherwise again the trade directly, no, you don't need to do anything.
Do I have to pay for water usage in a rental?
Not always, in units, quite often not. However, a house, yes, more than likely.
What happens about insurance?
We would recommend terry shear insurance.
Yeah. And that covers the insurance for the building, any damage that gets done to the inside.
So building insurance is separate. However, landlord insurance covers you for things such as accidental damage, anything that happens to the house that tenants have accidentally or maybe even maliciously caused.
I just changed jobs. Do I need to let you know?
No, not necessarily.
As long as that job's still paying the rent.
As long as you're still paying the rent. However, a quick email to your property manager doesn't hurt anyone.
All right, we spoke about pets, but I want to get one while I'm already in a rental. How do I go about getting the pet approved?
Call your property manager and speak to them first,
Yep.
then in writing, and we can ask the landlord
Yeah, and then get the pet second.
second.
Sometimes the pet's already there and they ask and it's...
Okay, well, you know.
I locked myself out. What should I do?
Very good question. Call your property manager. We'll come and help you. We do have a set of keys at the office.
Yep. Can you increase my rent?
We can increase your rent at a renewal, at a lease renewal.
Okay, so every 6 or 12 months.
Correct.
What happens if I get behind with my rent payments?
If you are behind, we will send you reminders up until the 8th day, and then you will receive a notice to remedy breach.
What do I do when I want to vacate the property?
You must give 2 weeks notice to vacate.
Okay, 2 weeks notice.
Minimum.
What happens if I need to break my lease?
You need to break your lease, you will need to contact your property manager, and from that point there is fees involved. However, we will assist you with finding a new tenant.
Beautiful. Well, that pretty much wraps up all the questions I had. Hopefully you've gotten something out of this. If you do have any questions, feel free to leave a comment or direct message either me or Chelsea. Thanks for your time. Have a great day.
Bye.